Hi, class. This is a review of how to use the reference examples for the APA style guide, as well as a review of your first writing project. That's the one for chapter 2, relying on facts. Now, first of all, whenever you open the APA style guide reference page, you'll see they show you different types of references. Now, depending on what you're using, it'll change the formatting. However, in general, they will normally use an author name, a date, a title of the work, and a title of the place where you're getting it, whether it's a newspaper, magazine, or a website. Now, let's look at the journal article references first. A few of you may need to use these depending on what type of research you're doing. Often this will be someone, if you're in social sciences, like psychology, or if you are maybe a nursing student or in those kinds of fields where you want to look at peer-reviewed research, you'll normally need to reference a journal article. Now, as you can see, for a journal article, it says you start with the author's names. Now, whenever you present this information, it's however they're listed for the journal article. So you start with the name of the first person listed and continue. Now, sometimes it's one, sometimes it's multiple, as seen here. Then you would have the year of publication, and then the title of the journal article and the title of the journal. Now you can see here they have periods in between these first sets of information. And then after the title of the journal, there's a comma, and then they include the additional like volume number and where it's found, what pages, and uh, a DOI link. And there are slight adjustments to that format. So just scroll through these examples until you find one that matches the information you have available. And that's more or less what you'll do for all of them. Now let's look at one more of you will probably reference online media. Now, of course, there are lots of different types of online media. It could be a Facebook page or a particular person's profile, maybe a comment on one of those. Or if you are referencing information from an online forum or Twitter, they have different formats. And of course, web pages and websites do as well. And most of the time, you're going to have a web page on a website. Now, there are little differences here. Again, as with the other ones, you can use these links here to quickly navigate to what you need. So if you're on a government website, it's probably a web page on a website with a government agency group author or an organizational author. Sometimes they will have individuals as well, but most of your information will probably come from either a government website or a web page on a news website. Now, here are some examples of web page on a news website. Again, they have the author's name. Now, this is last name, comma, first initial, period, open parentheses, start with the year, and then a comma, and the month and day. And then you close parentheses, period, outside, and then italicize the title of the article. And you have the name of the website without italics, and then you include a link. Okay, now let's see how that's a little different from a newspaper article. Now, newspaper articles, the difference between this and the other type of citation is these are these are articles where the newspaper or magazine actually have a physical presence. So HuffPost is online only, therefore they are considered a news website. The New York Times is also a print newspaper, therefore they would use this citation format instead of the webpage on a news website. What's the big difference between the two? The italics. So you can see we still have that last name, comma, first initial for the author, the date, and then the title is not italicized and the title of the newspaper is. So article title is not italicized, newspaper article italicized. And that is only for newspapers that are printed, not for news websites. It's the opposite for a news website. And then, of course, if you actually reference the physical paper, then you would use the article section and the article pages. Now, one more thing, whenever you go to, let's say you want to reference a YouTube video or an Instagram post. In this case, for Asian Boss, this is showing you the name of the account that uploaded the video. So the name of the account that uploaded this particular video is Asian Boss. This is the date it was uploaded. And this is the title of the video. And then you have these brackets with the word video inside it. So the brackets have the part explaining what it is. It's a video. Then the location is YouTube. And here's a link to that video. Now let's look and we can see. Now, where did they get this information? Here is the name of the organization that uploaded the video. So organization name is here. Title of the video is here. And then the date uploaded is here. And of course, we're on YouTube. So YouTube is the website. Now, there is one type of video that's different and from regular YouTube videos, and those are TED Talks. So whenever you're doing a TED Talk, it depends on whether the citation changes a little depending on whether you're getting it from the TED website or you're getting it from YouTube. When you get it from the TED website, you'll follow the citation style here. So you have, again, the author's name, the date published, title of the video, italicized, brackets, video, and then TED conferences and the link. So you have the author's information here, date of publication, and of course your title is here as well. Now, if you're getting a TED Talk from YouTube, then the author is going to be TED, date of publication, title of the video, and then published on YouTube and the YouTube link. So again, TED is the channel, so they're the author. Date of publication, and they do include the name of the speaker as part of the title because that's how TED writes it in here. So this is your title. And then of course we're on YouTube. Now, here's an example for your chapter 2 project. Whenever you set up your paper, I want you to follow this heading style, include the date you're turning it in. It's the chapter 2 writing project, your class and section, and this should be your name right here. And all of them should start with the center line adjusted title of references. And you'll include, first you'll have your reference information, and then a brief paragraph explaining what's in this article or video or whatever you're referencing. And of course, make sure that you have everything in alphabetical order. And if you have something where you don't have an author for it, if you're just starting with the date, then you start with the smallest number and go down. So for this one, I'm referencing the Asian Boss video, world's leading vaccine expert fact checks COVID-19 vaccine conspiracy. And I say independent news group, Asian Boss interviews Dr. Jerome Kim, the Director General of the International Vaccine Institute based in South Korea. So I did watch the video to understand what's in it, of course. And I also looked on the author's main page to see what kind of organization they are. Whenever you include that information, you might need to go to another page just to see what your company or author is or what they do. Like maybe they're an independent journalist, or maybe they belong to a particular organization, but it's off of their blog or something. So make sure that you include accurate information about your reference, and everything should be good.